Alright, so we are inside the BMW M3 competition. So we're in comfort mode right now, right?
Yep, exactly.
How do you feel? It's quite alright.
It's pretty calm, yeah. The car just feels like a normal 3 Series, I think. It feels really quiet, feels pretty refined. The suspension's actually not too harsh, which is great. You know, it's actually quite comfortable. You can feel the bumps, but they don't jar you and they don't, you know, suddenly make the car disturbed or anything like that.
Yeah, in comfort mode, definitely on a little bit firm side, but it's still quite compliant.
It's acceptable, yeah.
It's very luxurious in here, all the leather, all the comfort features. It's got heated and ventilated seats. So again, this is everything in one car, basically.
Yep.
It's a one-car garage if you want it.
Yes.
It's got the sports car, you know, ambience, and also it's luxurious and 4 seats.
Yep.
For the family, actually 5 seats for the family.
Seats.
Yeah, exactly.
And a big boot as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's quite nice.
It'll be interesting to see the Touring though. Touring just came out.
That's true.
I think that is really truly a one-car garage.
That's even more practical.
Yeah, exactly. It's got a large boot at the back. It looks great as well, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's try the Sport. Oh yeah, the throttle response is definitely a little bit better. And it picks up speed amazingly quickly. You know, you don't even notice that you're going fast.
So we've set up the M1 button to everything in sport mode, and the M2 button everything in Sport Plus mode. So we're just trying to feel the difference. Right now we're in M1, which is everything set to sport. The steering wheel, the suspension, the engine, the brakes, the transmission is set up to, I think, the second fastest shifting, S2. And for M2 button, we've set it to S3, which is the most aggressive.
Yep. I think the car handles really well. Like when we went through those corners, it definitely felt like it could go a lot faster than that. I feel like the steering wheel, its weight is actually okay. I don't think it's too heavy. A lot of the BMWs in the past, they had a really heavy steering wheel. I think that's an option that you can choose as well in this car, right?
Yeah. There's 3 settings. Actually 2 settings, I think, from normal to sport or something, comfort and sport.
Yeah. The only complaint I have about the steering, and you know, look, it's because of the safety features, it's because of the lane keep assist. It is electronic steering, and unfortunately you can still tell that it's electronic steering. Sometimes the car just kind of behaves not exactly what you would expect, and there's not like a huge amount of feedback that's coming through the steering wheel, but I can tell that the handling's really good. So I think in terms of handling, the car's fine, but maybe just in terms of the driver engagement and the feeling of the steering wheel, it's still not quite there.
How did that feel?
That felt pretty good.
Yeah. You can definitely feel the weight though, right?
A little bit, yeah. A little bit.
It's trying to, although there's so much torque and horsepower, it has to pull so much weight.
It has to overcome that weight.
Exactly. That's why the acceleration, you know, sometimes you feel this more if the weight is a bit less.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's go. Yeah, it's definitely trying to overcome a lot of that weight, but you can tell that it's got, you know, plenty of horsepower, right? Because you put your foot down and it does thrust you into the back of your seat, and then all of a sudden you're going at the speed limit. Yep. Very quickly at the speed limit. So I think it's an overall package. The car is great, you know, because you can just use it as a daily car. You can just use it every day, and it doesn't feel like, you know, it's rattly or, you know, any sort of problems with the car at all. Like, it feels like a really solid, very well built, very comfortable car, but you can still drive it like a sports car when you want to. So it's definitely got bits of both worlds covered.
Yeah, the weight also shows when you are trying to corner. The transition of the car becomes a less how should I put this? at ease or nimble.
Yeah. It definitely has to overcome a lot of that weight.
Yeah.
And even when you're accelerating, you can feel that the car is just kind of a little bit, delayed in the way that it responds.
It's a turbo car, so
there's a little bit of turbo lag as well.
Yeah. But I'll try the M2.
Yep. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. I see the throttle response is definitely sharpened up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
And there's a bit more noise. Yeah. I think there's a bit more exhaust noise.
Do you feel the turning a bit more better, or is the suspension more supportive?
It feels similar. I think the turn-in is a little bit sharper. I think the steering sharpens up a little bit. The suspension actually feels kind of similar to sports mode.
Right.
But I think you're right. I think it is a little bit harder in sport mode.
So this is M2 where we set everything to Sport Plus. So this is the most aggressive setting.
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit harsher, but it's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be, to be honest. All right, let's go into one of these little roads. Yeah, see there, there's so much lag there. Like I put my foot down. I literally had my foot all the way down through the whole corner.
Right.
But maybe the computer went.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can't do that.
Yeah. I think it's probably sometimes not the engine or the turbo itself.
Yeah, it might be the computers.
It's the gear shifting, the gearbox is trying to think whether it should kick down or not.
Yeah. Wow, the turn-in's really sharp though. Once you get it turned in, yeah.
And because I owned a F80 M3 before, when I drove it, I test drove this a year ago.
Oh yeah?
I felt like this one has more grip. At least the rear end grip is better.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, it's quite like you were pinning it, and there's not much wheel spin, right?
No, it's not complaining at all.
Yeah.
But you can tell that the tires are having to deal with the weight when it's accelerating. I think you can kind of feel the rear wiggling a little bit under acceleration. So that's probably where the weight really plays up. And dynamically, the car is amazing. To be able to go through corners like that and to be able to drive that quickly on a B road when a big German luxury sedan, that's pretty incredible, to be honest. So we are nitpicking here a little bit, but it is still a really amazing car.
So we're trying to do a launch here. Luan's gonna get really excited. So basically we turn the traction control off.
Yeah.
So it shows a little sign there. And then put it into first gear. And the shifting all the way to S3. Okay, and put your foot
on the brake
firmly down, and then firmly, very launch control. Okay, go.
There's so much wheel spin. Oh my god.
How was that?
That was, I don't know, probably not as dramatic as I was expecting it to be, because there was a lot of wheel spin.
Yeah. I think it's trying to get grip, the rear wheels, but it's a dry day.
It's pretty fun though.
I think the tire is probably not warmed up enough.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but it was pretty good though, right?
It was fun. It was easy. You can just put your foot down and go.
Okay, driving the M3. It's quite a bit of body roll in comfort mode.
A little bit.
Yeah. Okay, let's try. Yeah, it does lose traction, huh?
It's quite easy for it to lose traction.
Yeah, if you pin it. The brake feel is pretty good though. Whoa, the brake's good.
Yeah, the brakes feel pretty
very firm. But quite a bit of lag, huh?
Yeah.
Like once you put your foot down,
it takes time.
It takes time for it to downshift.
Yep.
brakes. Good brakes. Okay, we're now in M2 mode, and I'm going to use the pedal shifters. See if it's better. Well, the upshift, there's a bit of lag. Downshift is very quick. Oh, using the pedal shifters is much better than letting the computer drive for you.
It responds a lot faster, right?
That's right. And the downshift is really quick. 3, 2, second gear. Tons of grip when you are cornering, actually.
Yeah, I think the cornering grip is really good.
Yeah, but somehow when you're going on a straight line, if you pin it, the grip becomes quite loose.
Yep. Like when I was using launch control, I think it was wheel spinning all the way up to 100.
Yeah. I think it's because when you're cornering, the wheels gets loaded, especially on the outer side, right?
Yep. It's probably also to do with the really wide front tires as well.
But the pedal shifters, they're really good. And I like the upshift pop. That sounds pretty good. But overall, the sound is a bit muted, especially in the interior.
Yeah.
There's not enough sound to really excite you. It feels like the sound is synthetic. It's probably pumping through the speakers.
It's possible, yeah.
Oh, wet patch.
I think there's not enough like pops and crackles.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Oh, yep. Wet patch. Loose rain.
Yeah. Gotta watch out for those wet patches, eh? Yeah. It's still a rear-wheel drive car.
Well, it's fun if you really push it.
Yep.
I just hope that there could be a bit more sound, a bit more crackle, just to make it a bit more exciting.
And I think the response as well is not quite there. I think it needs to respond faster.
The throttle response, right?
The throttle response, and also just the the cornering response as well, because you can definitely feel like there's quite a lot of roll. Even in sport mode, I think there's a little bit of roll, just because there's a lot of weight to lug around.
I think once you're in control yourself with the pedals, without the computer trying to downshift for you, it gets a little bit better. But I don't think the computer is really doing a very good job driving in auto if you're trying to drive spiritedly.
Yeah. It probably goes, oh, what are you doing? Stop driving so fast.
But still a very good car, very capable.
Yeah, it's incredibly fast.
Yeah, very fast.
Incredibly fast.
Lots of torque. Great practicality as well.
Yep.
So it's an all-rounder if you want it. One car garage, I guess. All right, so that was a very fun review. We did do a bit of drive and interior, exterior. The car looks stunning, I have to say. This new generation, I like the sculpted look of the new generation. Looks very good. How's the driving, Luan?
I think we pushed the car to its limits, and it is a little bit heavy. It does feel like there's a little bit of weight that you have to move around. But in general terms, I think it's still a really fast car. It's still really fun to drive. When you think about the fact that this is a big family saloon, and you can now get it in the touring wagon spec as well, it's a pretty amazing package, to be honest. I think the best thing to do with these sort of cars is if you're only going to buy one car, then these are the type of cars that you should probably look at. If you have a few cars in your garage, if you have a daily, if you have a weekend sports car or a couple of weekend sports cars, then maybe you just want to buy a normal 3 Series and then spend your hard-earned money on some sports cars instead, right, Frank?
Yeah. It's a big car now compared to the M3s used to be.
Yep.
And it's heavy because of all of these luxury stuff, all the leather, all the safety features, all the comfort features. So yeah, you can definitely feel the weight when you're driving. When you're cornering, when you're accelerating, when you're braking, the weight's always there.
Yeah, that's right. The good thing about this car though is that compared to the RS4 that we tested, this has still got rear wheel drive. So it's still quite fun. You know, you can actually make the rear end slide out a little bit. You know, you can lose a bit of traction without really feeling like you're in danger. So it's still a really fun car to drive. So yeah, it's a great car, I think.
And for rear wheel drive, the traction is pretty good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Especially the balance between the rear and the front, it's really, really well set up.
And also for a rear wheel drive, it's lighter too. It's about 60 kg lighter, which is, you know, a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So thank you again to OK Motors to letting us review this car. And thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time.
Awesome. Thank you.